What you should know about getting a coronavirus vaccine in Pakistan. Late last year, several developing countries kicked off their coronavirus vaccine drives using the big three, Pfizer, Moderna, and AstraZeneca, to inoculate their population. However, since both the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines require ultra-cold temperatures for their storage and transportation, they are unlikely to be available in Pakistan anytime soon. So what options does Pakistan's population of over 200 million have? For now, Pakistanis can choose from 4 vaccines: the China-made Sinopharm and CanSino vaccines, the Russia-made Sputnik V, and the UK-made AstraZeneca vaccine. But which one is the best? Before we get into this discussion, let's have a look at each of the vaccines. Sinopharm. The Sinopharm vaccine is the one currently being given to healthcare workers and the elderly in Pakistan. It is said to be 79% effective in preventing COVID-19 infections. The vaccine requires 2 doses to work. This means each person must get 2 jabs after a gap of 21 or 28 days. The vaccine only starts working after the second shot. The medical journal The Lancet describes the Sinopharm vaccine as safe and well tolerated at all tested doses in 2 age groups. So far, 27 countries have approved the vaccine, including Pakistan, Bahrain, the UAE, and Egypt. CanSino. The CanSino vaccine was the first vaccine in the world to start human trials back in March 2020. Globally, it has an efficacy rate of 65.7%. But in Pakistan, it has proved 74.8% effective in preventing symptomatic cases and shown a 100% success rate in stopping severe cases of the coronavirus disease. The vaccine is one of the very few to require only 1 shot to work. CanSino, to date, has been approved in 4 countries: China, Hungary, Mexico, and Pakistan. Pakistan has placed an order for 3 million CanSino doses, which are expected to arrive in April. Sputnik V. Russia's Sputnik V coronavirus vaccine gives around 92% protection against COVID-19. It is a 2-dose vaccine. The second dose is given 21 days after the first dose. The Russian vaccine has so far been approved for emergency use in 55 countries. Pakistan received its first shipment of Sputnik V in March, which will be available for sale through private sellers. AstraZeneca. The AstraZeneca vaccine, also known as the Oxford vaccine, has an efficacy of 63% against coronavirus. The AstraZeneca vaccine is a 2-dose vaccine. According to the World Health Organization, recommended dosage is 2 doses with an interval of 8 to 12 weeks. It has been approved by the World Health Organization and further granted emergency approval in 81 countries to date. Pakistan is expected to get the Oxford vaccine through the global COVAX program in the coming weeks. So which of these vaccines is the best? With so much information and numbers floating out there, choosing a vaccine can become a very difficult task. It is understandable that you would want to choose the best vaccine for yourself and your family, but it is also important to keep these things in mind. Regardless of the efficacy of a vaccine in preventing coronavirus, all vaccines that are currently available prevent serious symptoms from developing and eliminate the risk of hospitalization. This means that even if you do get coronavirus after getting a vaccine, you will not face severe side effects and will not need to be hospitalized. Regardless of which vaccine you choose, it is important to remember that you are fully vaccinated only after you receive all the required doses of the vaccine. If you are getting a vaccine that requires 2 doses, you will be safe sometime after you receive your second dose. Remember, even after you are fully vaccinated, you should continue taking precautions. avoid large gatherings and poor ventilated spaces, wear a mask, and stay 6 feet away from others. So go ahead, get yourself vaccinated. It is the only way to return to some semblance of normalcy.